You've probably come across this video because you are or were in a romantic relationship with someone who initially showered you with all the love and attention you could ever imagine. Your soulmate, your knight in shining armor, your queen. Let's face it, meeting someone and being swept off your feet can feel fun, exciting, and exhilarating. A connection like you've never experienced, especially when you're in the beginning stages of a new relationship. The relationship may seem perfect, maybe almost too perfect. You finally found a partner who's totally into you. They shower you with attention, gifts, compliments, and they may even throw in the 4-letter L word way sooner than expected. Unfortunately, as the relationship progresses, you begin to wonder if this is all too good to be true. Narcissistic love bombing is quite different than a normal relationship. It happens when someone overwhelms you with loving words, actions, and behavior as a manipulation tactic. In this video, we are going to be uncovering the tactics of love bombing a narcissist may be using to manipulate you and gain your trust and affection to meet their goals. Understanding narcissistic patterns can help you tremendously in dealing with this form of emotional abuse. Before we get into this video, we must understand that because your mate exhibits one or more of these signs doesn't necessarily mean that you are in a toxic relationship with a narcissist. Anyone can love bomb, but it is especially characteristic of people with narcissistic personality disorder. The goal of a love bomb is to quickly gain their partner's trust and affection by presenting an idolized image of themselves. Once this is accomplished and they feel like they really got you hooked, falling for them hard, and somewhat dependent or looking forward to the compliments that the relationship started with, they will typically switch up and become manipulative, emotionally abusive, or just plain difficult to deal with. So let's dig into the warning signs you need to look out for if you believe you're in a relationship with a narcissist who may be using love bombing tactics on you. Number 1, compliments, compliments, compliments. We all love to be complimented. It feels good to be appreciated, valued, and loved by others. It's not just nice hearing kind words, it can actually have a positive physical impact on our body. Our body can literally have a chemical reaction to receiving a sincere compliment. It gives you a boost of dopamine, which plays a role in how we feel pleasure. It can also give a boost of endorphins, which can act as a natural internal happy booster. This feel-good feeling could make us overlook this potential red flag. You'll find in the beginning of these relationships, the compliments will never stop. It's like you can do no wrong. You look so beautiful. Your hair is so nice. You smell so good. You're so smart, and on and on and on. You may start to feel overwhelmed and even somewhat baited to return the compliment. Instead of giving our body the positive chemical reaction it craves, you may start to feel a bit uneasy. Over time, you may find that the same compliments that made you smile from ear to ear at the beginning of the relationship come less and less, or not at all once the relationship changes. Number 2, expensive gifts. Another sign of the love bomb may be lavishing you with expensive gifts. They may present a gift at the beginning of the relationship that somewhat shocks you because it's such a nice, thoughtful gift. A gift you would probably get much later in a normal relationship, but again, it's easy to ignore this red flag because who doesn't love a nice gift? You may feel like you finally found a mate who understands your value and speaks your love language, but with a narcissist, there is usually an ulterior motive. The expensive gift may serve several purposes. The most important purpose is to hook you into the relationship early in and make you feel like you finally found the one. The next may be to get the attention of your friends and family to acknowledge their kind generosity. They love to make everyone envious of their gift-giving abilities. Lastly, when they withdraw later in the relationship, everyone will be confused because the narcissist seems so nice in the beginning. This not only baffles your family and friends, it sets the stage to make you feel at fault when the relationship changes. Number 3, you are my soulmate. I'm so glad I finally found you. My life is now complete. I prayed for someone like you and my prayers were finally answered. You are my soulmate. These are common words used by a narcissist in the love bombing stage to make their partner feel like this union was destined by fate. It's kind of amazing how they can use this tactic to play into your emotions. They have been gathering information from you since the moment they first laid eyes upon you, and they know which storyline in their storybook fantasy will work best to get you on board and really pull at your heartstrings. Number 4, bombarded with texts and calls. Waking up in the morning to good morning texts makes you feel good knowing that you are at the top of someone's mind first thing in the morning, and a good night text at night to let you know that you are their last thought before going to bed. But in addition to these texts, you will likely receive texts and phone calls all throughout the day. Early on, you may be thrilled to be at the top of someone's mind all the time. You may even begin to look forward to the constant communication and attention you get from the new relationship. But soon, it may start to feel like more of a control tactic to ensure you are where you said you would be or to keep tabs on you. This is way different than your previous relationships, and you're not used to hearing from a partner so frequently. But as soon as you get used to hearing from the narcissist regularly, they may withhold communication as a control tactic. In the end, the good morning and good night texts may feel more like they're just going through the motions. They will either start to become far and few between or altogether stop once the relationship changes. Number 5, they want your undivided attention. They will want your undivided attention. In the beginning, they will constantly make sure that they are front and center in your life. Again, you may initially be impressed that they are so into you. They want your undivided attention. But you may start to notice that they don't like anything that takes your attention away from them. It could be a TV show, your friends, your family, even pets. They may even go as far as manufacturing an illness or injury to ensure that the attention is always on them. As the relationship changes, you may realize over time that you don't do the things you once enjoyed. They make you feel guilty by telling you how these things will interfere with the time you two could be spending together. You may even find they have driven a wedge between you and your family and friends. This control tactic will leave you confused and wondering how you lost your former self. Number 6, committing quickly. Will you marry me? They will likely try to rush you into a committed relationship. The love bomb is set up to sweep you off your feet. They are already pulling all the stops, overwhelming you with compliments, buying you expensive gifts, telling you you are their soulmate, and garnering your undivided attention. Even though you would normally proceed with caution when starting a new relationship, ensuring you keep your heart guarded, the narcissist has clearly planned tactics which will penetrate the most guarded hearts. You'll give in because you will feel like after previously failed relationships, you finally found a partner who understands the value you bring to a relationship and convincing you they want to take you off the market as soon as possible, allowing this red flag to go unquestioned. Number 7, future fagin. Who doesn't want the house on the hill with the white picket fence? By this time, they have a pretty good idea of who you are and what you want. They will play on you by creating visions of grandeur, painting beautiful pictures on how a future with them could be. If they know marriage is your priority, then they will paint a picture of you getting married on a beautiful island with ocean waves in the background. If you have your own home and you happen to mention you struggle with the ongoing maintenance, they may sell you on how you'll never have to worry about anything again because they are going to handle any issues that may arise. If you tell them you hate your job, they may tell you not to worry. Once we're married, you never have to work again. This is all well planned. Focusing your attention on the future makes you overlook some of the inconsistencies they aren't fulfilling in the present. Over time, you may realize that they never had any intentions on fulfilling any of these fairy tales they carefully planted the seeds for. Number 8, mirroring your likes. During the love bomb stage, they will pay close attention to your likes and dislikes. Again, a narcissist starts reading you from the moment they first lay eyes upon you. They will go a long way to mirror the things you like. Because let's face it, people have a tendency to connect with people who have similar interests. You may notice if you turn the radio station on to your favorite song, it coincidentally happens to be their favorite song too. When you go to a restaurant and order your favorite food, it coincidentally also happens to be their favorite food. Your favorite color is their favorite color, and on and on. And to ensure that this does not go unnoticed, they will be sure to call it out just in case you missed it. Oh, you like that? See, look, I like it too. Number 9, bound by boundaries. In the beginning, they will test your boundaries to see how far you will allow them to go and just how strong your boundaries are. It may be a small boundary at first. For instance, you may tell them not to call you past 11 p.m. because you have to wake up early in the morning. They may call you at 11:30 just to see what you'll say. If you answer their call and don't mention the boundary, then they may try to push the boundary a little further next time. They will continue to push the boundary until the boundary no longer exists because you've allowed them to break it so many times. If you answer when they call at 11:30 and tell them, "I'm sorry, I can't talk, I have to get some rest," they may say, "I'm so sorry, I know you told me not to call past 11, but I couldn't sleep without hearing your voice one more time." This manipulation tactic will likely break your resistance and guilt you into breaking your boundary. Number 10, you feel uneasy and unbalanced. Everything is moving so fast with the gifts, the compliments, the quick commitment, all the things you have in common, and all your future plans. You want to slow it down, but you also don't want to miss out on what could potentially be the best thing that ever happened to you. So you keep moving forward, but not without thinking, maybe this is too good to be true. Sure, you'll question their motives from time to time, but the fear of missing out is greater. So you proceed with the relationship despite your intuitions. If you start to notice that your new partner exhibits many of these love-bombing warning signs, pay close attention to your gut. If something doesn't feel quite right, trust your instincts. If you find that you're dealing with a narcissist, my best tip is to learn as much as you can about this disorder to better prepare yourself for the up and downs of this interaction. Knowing their patterns will allow you to anticipate their next move before they make it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and check out some of the other videos below related to this topic. And now to the next video.